The shooting of an unarmed black man, Michael Brown, by a white police officer led to a lot of outrage and daily protests in Missouri. And that spilled over to Newark, which is where I was Wednesday, when 22-year-old Rashawn Davis was leading hundreds of Newark residents in a protest of not just what happened to Michael Brown, but for him, it's about police brutality in Newark.
Power to the people. Power to the people. Newark is our Ferguson.
The Justice Department did an investigation. The Newark police force was stopping people on the street for no reason and were violating people's constitutional rights.
Probably about 12 years old, being in Newark, walking down the street, and I remember a cop stopping us, me and my friend. We were just walking, asking us what we were up to, what were we doing.
He told me that he grew up in the projects in Newark. He made it out. He went to Georgetown University, but he came back to address this problem, and he's now working with the ACLU to help change the situation of the police force in Newark.
Anytime you're walking home, minding your own business, and you're thrown against the wall, it's an experience that's dehumanizing, and I think somebody has to step up.
On one hand, I want to give credit to these folks for a peaceful protest. There were no Molotov cocktails. They weren't burning down stores. But what's missing in all this is the crimes that precede a lot of these actions.
You're talking about years of people who feel like their lives have been underrepresented by police. I've had a police officer pull a gun out on me. I still don't know what I did. But to sit there in that moment and know that whether or not you get to live is based on the kind of day this person is having, I wouldn't go out there and loot, but I damn sure understand the frustration that comes from it.
Of all the murders that are happening, it's gangs, it's black men in the cities killing each other.
I'm going to agree with Bill. It is open season for black men. This is not just about Mike Brown. This is about Oscar Grant. This is about the 22-year-old black man killed 4 days before Mike Brown because he was holding a toy gun in the toy aisle of the Walmart.
The police were called because a man was waving a gun in a store. Now, let's put this in context.
Ohio's an open carry state. You only need a permit to hide your gun in Ohio. You're not allowed to wave a gun in a store.
Do you know that every 90 minutes in this country a police officer is assaulted? Every 6 hours a police officer is injured, and every 58 hours a law enforcement officer is killed. There is a war on the police in this country.
Well, let's talk about Newark, where there actually was found through a Justice Department investigation that the Newark Police Department was not acting appropriately. In fact, the federal government is taking over and monitoring that police department. The chant that they were saying was, hands up, don't shoot. Hands up, don't shoot. It's a fear that if the police officer tells you to stop, he'll just shoot you.
Police do a very dangerous job. I appreciate them and respect them for it. But if there are circumstances where it appears that someone's life has not been valued, then they also need to be equally willing to have that discussion.
Until the community decides to rise up and police themselves, you're going to continue to have this problem.